question, I think we are, taking a step backward. It's also sending the wrong message to the international financial community. But most important of all, I think fundamentally, a qualified accountant does serve its role in that of a public listed company. That's a good question. I think to answer that, we should consider why we believe that it's important to have a qualified accountant on the board of a listed company. And therefore, without that, what the impact would become. We believe it's important because, given the complexity and the importance of the convergence of international financial reporting standards, we believe that a qualified accountant does serve a purpose in maintaining the quality of financial reporting in public companies. And therefore, without a qualified accountant, the impact would be quite negative. Yes, on that, you are probably aware that the Institute is not terribly much in favor of requiring public listed company to do quarterly reporting. Why? Again, it is a question of cost versus benefits. The costs, in my view, far outweigh the benefit of providing that more frequent financial information. What we do believe, though, is that we should be looking at the quality of financial reporting, quality in terms of providing more management information, which is more relevant to the decision-making by the users of financial statements. This is where we're really, heading towards. Well, I have many, and I think it will probably take quite a bit of time for me if I have to go through my whole list. But I think on top of it, as I mentioned earlier, the implementation of IFRS in Hong Kong was since 2005. And I think that there are a lot of pains in implementation and certainly a lot of experience to share. So I think at this point, probably it's time to take a look back on the implementation of our IFRS in Hong Kong, meaning that we should also determine whether we should provide more education or training to members out there, whether they're users or even the general public. That's a good question. I think one has to look at the more on a macro level, and that is, will the subprime crisis affect Hong Kong and its economy? And I think Hong Kong's economy being an open and transparent one would, in my view, to some extent going to be affected. But then on the other hand, we also have the benefit of having the China economy, which of course is growing at a rather robust pace, and that might just counter some of the effect or fallout of the subprime crisis in the United States.